What would you ever thought in our lifetime we would be seeing this kind of
Oh yeah, after Jesse Jackson, I knew it was going to be another black man come along, but I just didn't know. I said, well, Martin Luther King could do what he did. It's going to be definitely a black leader who's going to come along and try to do more. There's always going to be one that's going to be outstanding.
with this?
And right now, this one, like you say, he don't take any bribes. He don't take nothing. He's not taking no favoritism money, and he's going to be not for no certain particular party. He's going to be for the people. And that's
Wow.
the change. That's basically the change that everybody want to hear, is because everybody's been getting screwed. There's so many homeless people right now, and there's so many people that have lost their homes through predator lending, through everything that Bush is for. Bush is for favoritism. He's only favoring the rich and those who can get rich off the pain and suffering of the weak.
Wow.
And that's what he shows. He's not giving us a tax break in the gas. He's not going to help out with home. He's not going to help out with anything. Even social programs have been cut. And right now, I went up down 140 minutes. Just look at the people's faces. They look so despair, so out of touch, and just like their life's like walking zombies. It's not one happy smile on their face. It's
Would you
not
call
no.
it hopelessness?
Yes, totally hopelessness.
What is your take on this subprime mortgage thing, man?
It's a scam, man. It's a scam to get people out of their homes.
My philosophy on that is they took that same credit card scheme and they stuck it in the home buyers market.
Yeah,
They give you the teaser rate at first, and then that interest rate goes through the roof.
right.
And about 3 months ago, they had a thing on in the Plain Dealer about folks in foreclosure. This one brother brought home $75,000 a year annual salary, and his house is in foreclosure, and he lives out in Bedford. So that this thing didn't just devastate poor neighborhoods; it's
Yeah,
devastated
rich folks.
suburbs.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it totally
All the
threw
way out in
half the
Miami.
middle class into poverty.
Oh yeah. Homelessness.
And when you got homelessness, you got helplessness and stuff.
That's right.
So my take also is when history judges this administration, it's not going to be kind to it.
Oh, it's not.
I mean, would you say, not putting words in your mouth, would you say this is the most corrupt administration in the history of the United States?
Yeah, just besides Eisenhower, yeah.
Well,
Hey,
I think Eisenhower warned us against the military-industrial complex, which we're seeing Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Halliburton, and the rest of them.
precisely.
So
Halliburton is who?
they're war profiteers.
And they for who? Who's backing them?
The government, because they talked about welfare during the 80s and 90s and stuff, but what we're looking at is corporate welfare, where they're getting no bid contracts at taxpayer expenses. You know,
Beautiful sunset.
yes, it is. Let me pan around to that one. Lovely sunset.
You see that? When they sit down, you're gonna feel like a drop right to the water.
Uh huh. But I would say also, man, that this is the last of peace and quiet right here.
No, I come
Nature.
out here in the early mornings, then it's really quiet. I come out here and do my walk. I walk around this park and the one over there. I go around both parks and come back, go home, shower up, get in my day.
I mean, because what's not being said is that
Hey, but you know
tr-
what? You should take a documentary
Oh, that shit be
because
going real
this is
slow,
dying.
you see?
These woodlands, all this forestry, half of them are
Real
gone.
slow now.
Half of them are gone. And they're not trying to clean it up and replace it. They're just going to let them die out. And then you're not going to have this. And within a year or so, if you take one trip through here, you'll see the majority of the trees are dying. I know there's those black termites and there's ringworms, tree worms. They eating up half of the trees through there.
I noticed that.
Half of them fall down, and all the way down through the other side. You see a lack of trees, and that's once the trees go, all the wildlife.
Yeah, because
And
I
once the
noticed
wildlife
that.
goes, this is going to be nothing. It's going to be bare land.
You know what they want to
It's
do? They
dying now.
probably want to kick all these folks out of here and put up condos. That's what they want to do. Abandonment of not put money into the natural resources here, abandon it, and turn this into how should I say it, condos.
If they do that, they degraded it, and it won't be worth nothing. Because natural wood really, and the forestry, and the animals and creatures that lived here, they lose it all. There won't be no beauty here. Just row houses, apartment complexes, and probably a lot of polluted water from the residents that live around it.
I mean, well, the video I shot earlier, what goes out comes back in. Because when we flush our toilet, after we pee and shit in it, where do our water go?
Supposed to go to the sewer plant.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
supposed to clean it and
reprocess it.
right.
But actually, in all fairness, we are drinking our own.
That's why I boil mine before even.
Yeah.
I boil mine every day.
But that goes back to the administration.
Pipes and shit. The pipes are corroded. These pipes have been underground 100 years.
Yeah.
And they haven't changed them. They only change them when they bust.
Yeah, like the big hole downtown. It took them a month to seal off the middle of Ontario and Superior.
Yeah.
So what
seniors getting ready to get that wall built.
Yeah.
Preserve that life.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna head on in. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna head back in, but I'm gonna film this sunset before I go. Pleasure talking with you, man. Keep the faith. Holla, y'all.